Chapter 9, Solar Radiation, Heat Balance and Temperature. Today in this chapter we will discuss about the horizontal distribution of temperature. From the discussion we have done in our previous videos, it is clear that the temperature of at a particular place depend primarily on the amount of insolation received at a particular place. Isotherms are the line which are connecting point with equal temperature, basically on map. Isotherms are commonly used to show horizontal distribution of temperature. Because isotherms are the line which connect the areas of equal temperature with equal value. And we should remember that on the continental or the world map, actual observed temperature are never used. Instead of temperature reduced to sea level in order to eliminate the effect of altitude. When it's come to the globe, the mean annual temperature distribution has been explained in this map of world on figure 9.4 on page 83. It shows about the average annual temperature distribution over the globe. You can see the different continents have been represented here, which are showing the distribution of temperature. These are the lines which are called isotherms. There are some salient feature of these isotherms which shows the general distribution of temperature, horizontal temperature across the globe. Very first, the areas near the equator, right? This is equator. Areas near the equator you can see in the north and south over the tropical region and subtropical region receive largest amount of insolation all round the year. That's why temperature is high. Isotherms of 20 degrees Celsius has been passing parallel to this region. On contrary to other, it decreases. You must know temperature decreases toward the north. That is why the average temperature over the polar area, you can see here the isotherms are minus 25 degree passing through the Greenland, northern Canada and Siberia. Right? As the amount of insolation and solar energy received in the polar area is low, and the isotherms much of the tropical, you can see widely spaced. You can see they are widely spaced here. The space between the these isotherms are very much. In other words, you can say north south temperature gradient is lower in lower latitude are rather insignificant, and the isotherms line generally extended east west direction. All are running from east to west direction, which represent the influence of latitude, and it is the evidence of the dominant control of latitude on the horizontal distribution of temperature. The isotherms are relatively more regular in northern hemisphere than the southern hemisphere. The dominant control of latitude on temperature is more clearly seen in the southern hemisphere because of preponderance of water over the land. Because in southern hemisphere there is more water area as compared to southern hemisphere. In southern hemisphere, you can see this is a vast continental part of North America, Greenland, this parts of Africa as well, in the Europe and whole Asia. Isotherms while passing through the continent to ocean, either east or the west, in all the continent, get distorted at their margins. You can see they are moving toward the north or south. The magnitude of deviation in the east-west trend of isotherm is larger in the northern hemisphere than the southern hemisphere. This distortion means twisted and curvy portion of isotherm. Nature of isotherm is very twisted and curvy in northern hemisphere as compared to southern hemisphere. Reason is only that southern hemisphere is water hemisphere, where there is hardly any change or influence of land over the isotherms, but there is much in northern hemisphere where there is a larger percentage of land area. In the eastern part of North Atlantic, this is North Atlantic or eastern part of North Atlantic, the isotherms shows a larger amount of cold deviation toward the north due to combined effect of warm oceanic currents of Gulf Stream. This is the reason where Gulf Stream flow, right? Similarly, isobars toward the poles is seen in North Pacific as well, because of the Kuroshio warm current in this region and the North Pacific drift, as well as prevailing westerlies. Wherever there is a cold oceanic currents, like this region, southern, this western margin of South America, western part of this Africa, and here in this side Australia. The impact of cold current like Labrador current, Benguela current here. Labrador current is this Californian cold current, Humboldt current in this region can be seen here. That's why there is a distortion in the temperature isotherms, right? The coldest temperature in winter and highest temperature in summer are found over the continent, interior part of the continent, like Siberia, interior Canada. This is the result of differential heating of land and water. It may be noted that since the temperature do not fluctuate as much over the water as over the land, north-south migration of isotherm is greater over the continent than over the ocean. You can see in all the continent, especially in the middle latitude, the western region of North America, this North Europe are warmer than the central region. This portion of Europe is warmer than this region. This is colder. This part is colder in North America as compared to its western margin. On contrary to the tropical western coastal region of Africa, this part is colder than the interior of Africa as well. The western coastal part of America is colder than the interior part of South America. The belt of high mean sea temperature varies in width in tropical region. See this 30 degree tropical region, this 30 degree over the continental part, right? Highest temperature found in the interior part of continent, like this and this, right? The northern hemisphere being land hemisphere is much warmer. This part, northern hemisphere, is warmer than the southern hemisphere. because there is more land part, right? And mountain ranges seems to exert great influence in the horizontal distribution of temperature. The barrier effect of Rockies in North America, in this part, and Andes in South America do not allow the oceanic influence to penetrate far inland. Thank you.